side, hit to the line. And who can forget Steph Curry going down in the playoffs last season? Very scary moment in the first round. He was able to return and contribute, but ultimately, his team fell to the Cavs in the finals.
Much can change in the playoffs with one injury.
And that's how you take the steal and turn it into a transition opportunity.
Great defense resulting to immediate points. Head up, and as soon as he gets it, the ball is gone.
And Steph. That's his first foul. And so here's Cleveland. It's a three-point game. Thompson misses. Irving against Curry. Takes it into the teeth of the knee and converts the layup. Curry's got 7 points in the game.
Now he's one of the best of the business in scoring inside the paint. That is dangerous.
Irving attacking. Here's Thompson. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Thompson's got his first points in this one. Warriors have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Right side Curry. Goes up on the wing, and another basket for Golden State.
What a great play. Totally schooled the defender on that one.
Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. Irving from long range. And no good. And Golden State will come the other way. Right side Curry. And it's Golden State with another.
The defense challenging the look, but Stephen Curry is just great at keeping his focus.
For Cleveland, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Pachulia with the steal, stolen by Thompson. LeBron James on the wing. Drains the three-pointer. He has 5.
There's a chance he could go for a big game if they don't tee him up on the perimeter.
Outside Curry. The 17-footer. Nice touch on the back shot.
And when it rains, it pours. Another jump shot tickles the twine.
The screen from Thompson. Pachulia against Love. Poke loose, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Pachulia. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, I was able to talk with Tyronn Lue for just a minute. He said they've been working much better together at the offensive end. He said, we're functioning as a unit now instead of just individuals. It's something we've worked on every day in practice. We want that flow to continue to develop. We'll see if they can keep that going tonight. Kevin, back to you.
Thanks for the report, David. To see early on here how coaches focus on their shot selection comes to fruition, guys.
And if they heed their coach's words and really commit to finding the best shot possible each time down,
Such a shot, they have to take it.
Here's Curry. The Cavaliers making the shot. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Curry's got 18 points in the game.
Really good shooting night for him, doing everything he can to help his team stretch this lead.
This quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played.
Well, the Cleveland Cavaliers definitely played at a slow pace. They sped up the pace. They love the three-point shots. LeBron attacks so much on the inside. He creates a lot of open looks for the Cavs shooters to knock down threes.
And that basket pushes the lead to double digits. Curry's got 20 bucks.
Hard to believe you can have this kind of a flow. Unbelievable.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers. And the Cavs no different. They're following the league trend of shooting more threes, but not. Trend towards playing a tempo.
No, not at all. They still can play half-court basketball and also still knock down threes. The reason why they have a lot of guys that can stretch you out, and they have that guy LeBron James that can break down the defense.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. JaVale McGee's checked in for Pachulia. West comes in for Green. Andre Iguodala is checked in for Kevin Durant. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry. Thompson inside the line. And Curry the bucket on the assist from Green. And it's now 22 points for Steph Curry. The Cavaliers trail by 13. To the middle. Here's LeBron. Oh, that's blocked. And Curry with the stop.
And there are more points tacked on here to the early lead.
Reason why they are pounding them down low. They have a big lead because of the post play.
Tipped away. Fires from deep. Wow, through the contact, and that three almost went in, so he'll go to the line for 3 free throws. And it's going to go on Iman Shumpert. Although it isn't clear-cut that Curry is the best player in the game right now, he certainly has the best case. Back-to-back MVPs, and Steve, the impact he has on the court is just peerless.
You can throw other names in as well, but Curry in his back-to-back MVPs puts him in elite company. He is quickly rising on the all-time greatest players list. He's earned it, and he has transformed the art of shooting.
Now here's Shumpert. Here's Fry. No good again that time.
We know what he's capable of inside. That's a good shot for him. He's kicking himself that he couldn't get it to go.
And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. That's on Deron Williams. The Warriors have gone 3 of 4 at the free throw line tonight.
And looking over their percentage on the season, I think they will be thrilled with the number in terms of their free throw percentage, 79.
And the Cavaliers call time here. And what an incredible sight it was to see the city of Cleveland in jubilation last June. Their first professional sports championship since 1964.
It was a long time coming, but most fans in Cleveland probably didn't even remember the last time they won a title. And to have that title cemented by Akron's own LeBron James, you couldn't have written it any better.
Outside jumper. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
The power, the size, you like to see Shumpert attack the paint more often.
It's 3 outside. Drops in the tray. Curry's got 31 points.
There's something to be said about putting a team on your back, trying to will it to victory. His scoring has been phenomenal this quarter.
Yeah, a nice, strong finish on the inside.
But Greg, that's what he does. He's got the dunker mentality. Now, here's Curry. He's got 31. 13 feet away. Again, Golden State.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they shot the basketball.
The Cavaliers trail by 20. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game. Curry with the steal. Shoots from 12. And Shumpert pulls it down. Cavaliers have gotten 6 of 11 shots to go down so far. Pretty nice shooting. Korver dishes to LeBron. And LeBron throws it down hard.
It's almost as if he's allergic to layups. I mean, this guy has got to throw it down at every opportunity.
You know his teammates love seeing him explode to the rim like that. And the replay. play, of course, presented by Kia. What a play. It's Curry outside, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And a double-digit lead on the scoreboard as we end the first quarter of play. Warriors ahead. They lead by 18. And the second quarter will be on the way. And the basketball bloodlines of Klay Thompson. He tells us how his father and brother have become.
Dad always watches more film than me. And I watch film too. I'm not saying I don't. But,
yeah, you know, it's great to have that blend of support and competitiveness around you really your whole life.
Yeah, you can try to put a little... some over on your coaches from time and again, even your teammates maybe, but family, they'll check you every time.
Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. And a very convincing performance here from the Warriors so far.
It's been about the pace. You can see they're going to try to keep this game in the open floor.
They look faster and fresher out there. Seems like they're trying to tire them out.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the court for Cleveland, Love and Thompson, the hard rebounding post there. Irving is out there with the line shot, and it's Jefferson in at the three. And so much of the modern offense, Steve, comes from players creating chances for the shooters on this team. Who do you think are the best playmakers right now in the NBA?
I think Chris Paul. I think Rondo is very good. Yeah, Steph. John Wall has done a nice job being able to become more of a traditional point guard who can score. Some other minds that come to mind, Ricky Rubio is kind of a pass-first point guard. So there's some guys that can get out and really play that point guard position.
Curry against Irving. The screen from Thompson. Three-pointer at the tip. Warriors leading by 21. Here's Curry, and two shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And Cleveland gets called for the foul.
He is a master drawing foul. One, you have to close out on his jump shot, and he drew the contact by jumping into it.
Checked in for Cleveland. Cleveland's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
And they need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
And that'll be Cleveland as it goes out of bounds. Cavaliers retain possession. Timeout called. Cleveland.
Start.
And coach most likely wants to address their turnover issues. The offense looks forced right now, rush. There's no synergy to it. They have to find a way to work together and remain aggressive without making mistakes.
And the jam by J.R. Smith.
And aggressive at the rack. J.R. showing no mercy.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Andre Iguodala has continued to display his versatility throughout his career. He was a former All-Star and, of course, the Finals MVP in 2015 and the leader of the Warriors' elite bench unit. He said, I really try to lead by example. When the first unit's playing well, we try to maintain. When they aren't connecting quite like they should be, it's our job to come in and fix that. Evan has always been one of the team leaders in plus-minus.
A coach on the floor, D.A. Thanks. Curry against Irving. Shot clock at 5. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers.
How anyone could give him that much room from his spot is crazy, but the defender got away with it. You talk about this backcourt of the Splash Brothers. Steph Curry and Klay Thompson. I mean, they could go down as the greatest shooting backcourt in history.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times
setting up for the jumper.
Outside Curry. From deep. Drills the three-pointer. Curry's got 53 points. You talked about the other great backcourts in league history. I think of Clyde Frazier and Earl McPearl, certainly, Earl Monroe. But they weren't together, Steve, that long.
Those two are fabulous. Some more to come to mind to me is Joe Newmars and Isaiah Thomas, Gail Goodrich and Jerry West, and obviously the Splash Brothers.
And guys, how fun is it watching this fella just go to work?
Greg, it's not every point guard who can climb the ladder like you can.
Not at all.
You might look at him and think he can't get up, but he finds a way to consistently surprise the D by rising way above them time after time.
And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot two. It's going to be on Kyrie Irving. And the Cavs back in 2014, bringing in LeBron and bringing in Kevin Love, arguably the best single-season upgrade at the position at that forward spot in NBA history.
It changed everything, but it hasn't all been smooth sailing. There's only one basketball. They're still developing their rapport on the floor, but I think their skills do complement each other.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. JaVale McGee's checked in for Pachulia. West comes in for Draymond Green. Andre Iguodala. He's checked in for Kevin Durant. And it's Livingston in for Thompson.
As a defender, you have to stay in Fry's shirt. Otherwise, all too often, this will be the result.
Curry against Williams. From downtown. And it's Stephen Curry with a three. Curry's got 50 points.
Keeping his team in the driver's seat. He's been unstoppable over the last stretch.
LeBron kicks to Smith. Here's the screen. Pass to Williams. Feeds to Fry. Shoots from 12. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And it's the Warriors taking it the other way.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
And stolen by Darren Williams. Knocks it loose. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Curry. McCaw, he's checked in for the Warriors. Cleveland with a change here, too. Shumpert's checked in. Timeout called the Warriors. And Channing Frye wasn't a three-point shooter coming out of Arizona. Smitty, he sure is now.
It wasn't until his 5th season in the league and his 3rd team in Phoenix that he started to focus on the three ball. And yes, he's a stretch 5 or stretch 4. He can shoot the basketball.
Outside Williams. The offensive rebound.
You gotta love the tenacity of LeBron. He makes an impact on the glass as well.
Here's Curry with the three. Hits the three-point bomb. Curry's got 53.
Those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triple.
It's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
I just love the combination of J.R. Smith and Shumpert. Offense, defense. Both can score a little bit. Both get out and sit out on the defensive end. Just a fantastic combination.
And if you can combine the strengths of J.R. Smith and Iman Shumpert, Steve, you'd have one heck of a player.
Yeah, you have a player that's athletic, can shoot the three, drive the basketball. The two play off each other well. Either way, they're both very good NBA players.
It's Curry outside, and another three for Golden State.
Stephen Curry's release is beautiful.
Williams pass 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. And there's Stephen Curry on the assist by Livingston. Curry's got 58.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Got a piece of it. Now the Warriors moving it up. Curry's got the ball. 11 seconds left in the first half of basketball. James dishes to Fry. Williams with a clean look. And nothing is falling for him right now. And through one half, it hasn't even been close. The Warriors on top, running away with it.
Thanks, Kevin. Joined here by Steve Kerr. Coach, great offense from you guys in the first half. What got you the lead?
I started calling some great plays for Steph Curry.
That's why you're the coach of the year, Steve. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson, joined by Kenny Smith, right there. And Shaquille O'Neal, he's right there. Welcome to the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports.
The first half was all about Stephen Curry. His three-point stroke was a thing of beauty. He was very consistent, knocked down 7 total, giving the defense nightmares out there. Taking a look at the Warriors, Kenny, what'd you think?
Well, that success from the free throw line is big tonight. They absolutely were determined to take it to the hole and not be denied. We saw them dictating the action, finishing strong and asking for more.
Shaq, how do you think Cleveland played?
Well, one reason they're getting roasted, a.k.a. blown out, poor rebounding. Way too many one-and-done possessions. I don't want to see guys dribble between their legs and shoot. Not enough fundamentals. Hey, box out 101. Maintain position 101. Learn how to play basketball 101. Things like that, Ernie.
It is just about time now for the third quarter to begin. After the final buzzer sounds, the three of us will still be sitting here talking to you.
Actually, it's 4 people.
The Embarcadero in San Francisco with the Bay Bridge glistening in the background as we welcome you back to the Bay Area and back to Oakland, California. And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started. Really an incredible game from Stephen Curry.
Well, anytime you can get to the free throw line with that kind of consistency, that just makes every other facet of the game easy.
Well, once you know that the only defense they can offer is fouling you, the game is yours.
The incredible shooting pair of Curry and Thompson in the backcourt. Green is out there with Durant, and it's Pachulia in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's Steve Kerr's 5 as we get into the second half. And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call. Cavaliers shooting 41% for the game. Irving against Curry. Shoots. A shot's good from Irving. Irving's got the first points of the second half up on the board for Cleveland. And most first-round draft picks in the NBA, Steve, have the unique experience of waiting in the green room on draft day, anxiously listening for their name to be called. What was that day? What was that moment like for you?
You know what? Nerve-wracking because, I was projected to go anywhere from 2 to 10. So when you start to hear 2, 3, 4, luckily I went 5th, Kevin. Was just hoping I didn't fall far to 10. But I think I tell young guys, whether you 1 through 10, you just want to go through there where it's a great fit for you.
And all the teams that work you out, they come and say, hey, Steve, if you're available, we're going to take it. You get a lot of that
Yeah, you do.
through the process.
Yeah, you do. And then you start to believe that you just got to go out there and play your best and wait to see on draft day. Because sometimes you're picked by that team, and the next thing you know, you're traded a pick after.
And as you said before, being drafted by Miami was a godsend. You thought it was a perfect place for you to go.
I thought it was a great fit for me. Had some guys that I played against throughout my high school and college career. It was perfect.
Curry's shot is good.
Yeah, he's in attack mode, recognizing that no one out there
Comes outside, down low, Pachulia with the steal. Golden State moving it around. Right side, Durant, down low. Thompson in the corner, kicks it to Durant. Curry outside, but they recover it. Launches it. That is off. Great D that time from Irving.
Phenomenal how many threes he drained in the first half, especially considering he's hit none since.
Love kicks to James. To the middle. Here's Irving. It's rebounded by Durant. Durant's got his 4th rebound in this one. Well, the grimace of pain tells it all. He's hurt, and let's hope he's okay.
Yeah, and as many times as you see it, you know, you never get used to seeing a player have to come out with injury.
I hate it. Getting a chance to see him walk off the court, not good.
And the Warriors with the complete. New 5 on the floor. Richard Jefferson, he's checked in for James. Golden State's gone 7 of 10 shooting from three-point land tonight. Excellent numbers from outside. Iguodala outside. Knocks down the 3-ball. Iguodala's got his first 3 points of the game.
Such a sweet stroke from Andre on the 3-ball. Always a danger to line it up from there. Andre Iguodala gives you a little bit of everything. Defensively, offensively, making the big plays. He's always in the right spot, ready to make a big stop or make a big shot.
And Steve. His impact goes beyond the numbers. But you like just how he can fill up a box score in every category.
You know what? He steals, blocks, a couple threes, dunks. He does it all. I mean, his scoring is one of those things that you can't just look at. You got to look at his overall game.
Kevin Durant's checked in for Sean Livingston. That's also good. So he hits both free throws.
You know how accurate JR is from 3. That's how relatively inaccurate he can be from the line sometimes.
Durant against Irving. And that one's good. Durant.
When he's that close inside and the defender is giving up that much height, it's over.
Cavaliers have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Irving against Durant. Lets it go from deep. And it's Smith missing.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And the shot is good.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
There's the 3. The Cavaliers again can't hit. Here's Durant.
And for Kevin Durant, guys, when he left Oklahoma City to
off the mark by Cleveland. And for Durant, his choice to join the Warriors, Greg, seemed to be about winning, but also about the culture they have developed out there.
Yeah, I mean, the Thunder had often been criticized for the way their offense would at times break down into quote-unquote hero ball, but the Warriors play an unselfish style. Players who love to pass the ball and who can also get along great off the court. I think that was a huge part of what attracted KD to the Warriors.
That's going to go back the other direction, but they played a pretty clean game. Not many giveaways, and the score reflects that.
Kyle Korver, he checked in for Jefferson. And there's the call on Durant. That'll be his second foul of the game. And so here's Cleveland. Here's Williams. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. It's his first trip to the line.
And this season, he's maintained very good form at the line, shooting at about an 83% clip.
Free throw good, Williams. So often there are always interesting stories for every NBA player, Smitty, as to how they got involved in the sport. How did you begin playing basketball?
You know, my dad built the basketball court in the backyard, and that's the way I first started playing.
How old were you?
I was probably about 7 or 8, but then there was this guy that went to my high school that everybody talked about. I got a chance to be around him. Spencer Haywood. Oh, you really influenced me. One of the greats in the city of Detroit and one of the greats to ever play.
No kidding. And how did he influence you? As a young kid, he got a hold of you?
It did, because you got a chance to talk to a pro. And then I think the guys that I didn't get a chance to touch early, but they were from my area, was George Gervin and Magic Johnson. You know, Kevin, they used to call me Irvin Gervin.
I like that. No better nickname, huh?
Not at all.
That's
You
the
can
best.
pass it and can shoot it.
Oh, that's terrific. And the rejection by Iguodala. And that's out of bounds. Cleveland will retain possession.
Got the club going up on a Tuesday. Got your girl in the cut, she Tuesday. Club going up on a Tuesday.
Here's Williams. 5 to shoot. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Iguodala.
Got your girl in the cut, she Tuesday. Club going up on a Tuesday. Got your girl in the cut.
There's a minute left in the third. Shumpert, an easy layup after coming off the pick. Shumpert's got 8 points.
The tree trunk legs of Kevin Love, you're not going to move him on that screen.
Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. That's on Deron Williams. And one thing we've seen from Kevin Durant so far in his career is that he shows up big when games mean the most. His team might not always win when the lights are their brightest, but he is still at his very best.
You are so right. Whenever he is on the national stage, it seems that is when he drops 40 and 10, and he's been playing in huge games his entire life and knows how to amp himself up. And while some stars can wilt or vanish in big games, Durant just seems to flourish.
They grab their own miss, and a good offensive board, and he gets the bucket. Durant's got 11 points here in just the second. Now here's Williams. He's covered by Livingston. That's tipped. Outside Williams. 6 to shoot. To the inside. Here's Fry. And he finishes nicely on the layup. 8 points for him.
The length and athleticism of Fry showing up inside.
And a wide open look for Iguodala. Buries the long-range jumper. And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. Warriors ahead, just dominating this one. And don't go away. We'll be back momentarily.
On the east side, ain't no one with the game right now. You say, do I wanna watch?
And we're rolling here again with the fourth quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know.
It's after 2 a.m. and that's
Here is Korver, and it's time for an injury report. Now let's check in with with David Aldridge to see how Steph Curry's doing. David?
Hi, guys. The head athletic trainer for the Warriors gave us some information. Told me that in his opinion, the injury does not appear to be too serious. He won't be returning to this game, and he may be out for a long time. Kevin?
David, thanks for the great update. We appreciate it, and we really... hope for the best as always.
And he's a tough guy. My guess is he'll be back before we know it and better than ever.
And I'm sure his teammates want to see him come back very, very soon.
And Cleveland looking at who they've got to start the fourth quarter. We've got Williams. Kyle Korver's out there with Darren Williams. Then it's Jefferson, and it's Fry in at the 5. Dishes it to Williams. Second chance effort. McGee with the block. And they're able to recover. And another shot. So the whistle throw. Good.
The Cavaliers really wanted Channing Frye. Made the deal at the trade deadline. They took a huge luxury tax hit to add him to the team.
And Frye at 6'11", an excellent three-point shooter. He gives the Cavaliers, Steve, a different look in the front court.
In the playoffs, it's all about matchups. He has some big games helping them sweep the Atlanta Hawks in the semis. When you have shooters at every position, it's tremendously difficult to defend.
There's Williams with the 3. Another miss by Williams.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
And Durant gets it to go.
And no hesitation attacking the defense. Body to body, Durant with an impressive finish.
Williams a screen. Williams passes to Jefferson. And another miss by Cleveland. The Warriors have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Snatched up. They kick it out to Green. Second shot opportunity. Basket good. assists now in this one. Here's Durant. Good for another bucket. He's made half a dozen now. 6 for 8 on the night.
I love how he's been more patient in this second half, shooting only the shots he feels he can make.
And there's the call on Durant. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
That's his 4th foul of the evening. He needs to be careful now. Pick and choose where to be aggressive.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. West is checked in for Draymond Green. Barnes comes in for Andre Iguodala. And Ian Clark subbed in for Kevin Durant.
Terrific team chemistry on display. Everyone communicated well, and as a result, they got a great look out of it.
Fry, that's for 2. The Warriors pull it in.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
No good from Clark. The Cavaliers have gone 3 of 8 here in the 4th quarter. On the wing, Korver. Off target from 3-point range.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Cleveland's gone 0-3 so far in the 4th quarter from long range. And there's a whistle. That goes on Ian Clark. That is his 1st foul of the game. John Livingston, he's checked in for Ian Clark. Nobody near Williams. Warriors with the rebound. McGee's got 3 rebounds so far in the game.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Now here's Livingston. Not a lot of room. Over Williams. Again, Golden State.
Everybody talks about the 3-ball, but Sean Livingston understands his game. The mid-range game, he's a master at it.
From deep, Williams. Doesn't go that time. Warriors have gotten into a pretty good groove, going 6 of 10 here in the final quarter. And he makes that one. Well, Cleveland shooting in this 4th quarter pretty dire at 27%. Fry, that's for 2. That's short off the rim.
And if the shot's not there, you've got to understand that. Move the basketball.
Those types of shots are low quality. You're not going to win too many friends on that one.
For Sean Livingston, a lot of his scores come from him hitting a jumper on a smaller guard. His post-up game and turnaround shot are one of the hardest things to stop. In the league.
So many people say, well, he has an advantage because of his size and height. And first of all, you got to have the ability and skills to handle the basketball as a point guard. And so what, you're down there with smaller guys. You have to have skill set to make those turnaround jumpers. And also the mid-range game, that's an art Sean Livingston has mastered.
The kick out to Barnes. Here's McGee. Here's McCaw. Some nice passing by Golden State. Livingston, that's good. Livingston's got 9 points now in just the second half.
Oh, they are putting the hammer down. A huge lead right now.
You know, it's been a combination of their efforts at both ends of the court. They have played a truly complete basketball game.
Williams for 3. Rebounded by McGee.
Tried to go tit for tat from beyond the arc. But when you miss that, that means you lost that challenge.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Warriors.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they want. And when you look back at this one, what an amazing performance this was for Stephen Curry.
Well, they called on him to handle the bulk of the scoring, and he was more than up for it. There were some incredible spurts that he went through, and there was nothing they could do to slow him down.
Cavaliers making a switch here. Jefferson's checked in.
On a Tuesday, got your girl in the cut, she
It's hauled in by Fry. Cleveland with the ball. Williams kicks to Williams. Back to Williams. It's stolen by West. And here's Livingston. No good. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home, no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much, Kevin. Night and day for the defense. What was better in the second half?
Well, early in the game, they got some easy threes, 4 or 5 threes. They're a great shooting team, and they're great in the paint, so we just had to make a second effort. I think the only adjustment we made was playing harder, and we just got to continue to keep playing together on both ends.
Yeah, Chuck Daly used to always say defense is all about effort, and you showed it tonight. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, David Aldridge, Steve Smith, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, friends and neighbors. Ernie Johnson along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny Smith as we move forward to the presentation of our Jordan player of the game, Stephen Curry. I don't even know what more you can ask for. 60-plus points? That's insane. No one does that. Yet for some reason, we're not entirely surprised because we know he has a penchant for achieving the impossible.
What more can you say about Steph Curry? The man has done it again tonight. He is the most electrifying shooter in the history of the game. I'm going to say it right now. In the history of the game. He is a leader, and his will to win is unparalleled.
As efficient and offensive performance as you're ever going to see, and I mean ever. I don't care where your shots go from. You're not supposed to shoot that high of a percentage. Did he miss? I don't think he missed.
And that'll wrap things up. Thank you for joining us. For Shaquille O'Neal, for Kenny the Jet Smith, for Kevin Harlan, wherever he might be, and for the rest of the 2K Sports crew, the best in the business. This is Ernie Johnson. Good night.